We welcome all of you to Nissan Stadium on the banks of the Cumberland River in downtown Nashville, Tennessee. The whole of downtown Nashville likely still reverberating with the sounds of the Titans taking the field a moment ago. They're ready for football as their Titans are set to match up with the Indianapolis Colts. The children will grow, and it's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Right there in the middle, 55. Pick me up. Here we go.
Here's the second-year back out of NC State, Nyheim Hines. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Hey, defense. Hey, defense. Check out, bro. Hot.
From the shotgun, it's Brissett. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Here we go. Check. Right there. 54. Right there.
Out of the gun, Brissett. Forced out to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
You know, I don't think this is the last time we'll see that in this game. This guy has mobility, and they want to use his legs in the game plan. So there will be designed runs as well as his scrambles.
Let's go now. Come on, go to base. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up. Catch it. Check 3. Check 2. Check cover. Put it 2.
Looking to throw again on second down. Brissett. And the catch made by Hilton. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A big play there for Indy. 54 yards. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Guys, game situation. Let's go.
They'll try to run with Hines. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. And he takes it in for a Colts score. Nyheim Hines, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Colts take it right down and score on the opening drive. Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT. And it's now a 7-0 game. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
Ready.
Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 21.
Matchbox lights. Kill.
Get it. They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And got his man complete. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Tajay Sharp, 79 yards. yards as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And that is how you retaliate after getting scored on one play, big pass downfield, and you hit the end zone.
Almost feels like two boxers just throwing haymakers at each other, doesn't it? One connects with a big one, the other comes right back. Okay, I'll show you. And they attacked right back on the first play of the drive and hit them big.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now it's Hines. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Switch gears. Jump.
From the 40 now on 2nd down, Brissett. He's got it to Hilton. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Over 30 yards there. And 1st downs on 3 consecutive plays now.
First down.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts 1st down.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move, and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll throw again. Brissett. And he's got his man. It's Hilton for the Colts touchdown. T.Y. Hilton, his 1st touchdown of the new season. And the Colts have taken the lead. Vinatieri connecting on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now a first-time 1,000-yard rusher from a season ago, it's Derrick Henry. And he'll power his way up near the 25. A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
3rd and 4.
Set up. 10 Lobo. 53. You can't block me. You can't block me. 5.
Out of the gun, Tannehill steps it, and now he lost the football. Tannehill loses it, and the Colts pick it up. Down the numbers. There he goes. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Huge, huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
Watch the boot. Watch the boot. Pilot, 64. Wait, grip.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
3 bucks.
Tannehill. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now Tannehill. He gets it to Brown, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down.
Come on, set. 30 base. 6-6. Pull it high.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Ready.
Tannehill on first down. He'll get this one into the hands of Lewis. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10.
Who that? No!
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. First down, Titans, gain of 12.
That's good for a Titans
And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. 3rd and long, it's Tannehill. And the throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Ready. 60 out low. Check, 55, Mike. Watch the curl, watch the curl, watch the curl. Check, shot. Alert 3.
They'll get this out quickly to Campbell.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Mike 55. Hey, eat. Too little.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. Campbell making the catch. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. And he's got the first before. He's brought down at the 39-yard line.
On the tackle. A 4-yard pickup on the play. First down, Indianapolis.
54. It's great. Showing it. Check. Brasno.
From the gun, here's Bissett. Complete to Hilton. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, y'all. Let's make these babies cry all the way back.
First down, Brissett. On the move to his left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over, then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Focus, defense, focus.
Brissett now. He'll let this go for the end zone. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down.
3rd down and 10 yards to go.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10.
You better bring it. I'm letting you know right now, you better bring it.
Into the air once more, it's Brissett. He wants it all for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
Now we'll get our first update of the afternoon from the Meadowlands. The Bills have taken the early lead. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. All things considered, a pretty good kick, just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck, and unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
Check nine, check nine.
Hey, Wood. Flare. Under. Go out. Under crunch. Whip. Protein spill. 5.
Now a first down throw, Tannehill. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. Tajay Sharp, the intended receiver. But it's going to be 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Come this way. Here we go.
Here's Tannehill. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
Incomplete. Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Tannehill. Oh, he's going to go for it all. And that is caught. Walker, touchdown Titans. Delaney Walker, as time expires in the first half, as his guys are back within a single score. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdowns scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works.
Buzz. Ready?
A first down carry for Henry. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Rock it. Hey, zoom. Go.
Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
Even though positive yardage was gained on that play, I think the defense has to be happy. Obviously, they were prepared for some trick plays coming into the game, and they looked very aware that those could happen on any given down.
80 weapon.
Switch. Check.
Smooth. Now.
3rd and 2, Tannehill. He's got Lewis.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And whistle blown. A timeout here is taken, and it's taken by the kicking team. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Here's Brett Kern now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan. Not the best of plays there as a quarterback. You're right-handed, rolling left, trying to throw it that far downfield.
I remember a coach of mine saying, son, that's the equivalent of trying to get the car keys out of your pocket with your opposite hand while you're trying to run. You just can't do it.
Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Derrick Henry. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
And he's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally taken down at the 34. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. Even from up here in the booth, the play-by-play guy could tell that there was some pretty good blocking on the right side of the line.
Well, you have good eyes, and it's almost like a ballet when it's executed that well. Everyone in the right spot, everyone in sync, everyone hitting the perfect notes. A little more percussion and a lot more bass, I would think, than you get your normal ballet. But at the same time, that was well executed.
First down, Titans, gain of 12.
I remember watching Derrick Henry come out of Alabama and sitting with some scouts, and one of the debate points with him was, while at Bama, how often did he have to deal with contact near the line of scrimmage? They were so good up front that he often got to the second level pretty easily.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Kenny Moore.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Here's Brissett. To the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. Now, they tried to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be third down.
That's a nice catch, but unable to stay in bounds. And remember, it wasn't a wide receiver who works on that all the time.
I was going to say, he likes to get the ball handed to him. Now, don't get me wrong, he's part of the passing game as well, but maybe a little out of his comfort zone there.
Yeah, he might want to have a few words to say to us about that later, but I am still going with you on that one. Wide receivers work out a little bit more.
Brissett sets to throw it. And he gets it to Funchess, complete. A big gain of 31 on third down. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing, Brissett. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. And the screen unsuccessfully dropped it. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Brissett again. Looking for Campbell downfield. This is caught inside the 15. A big pickup of 38. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Back now in Nashville. It's the Colts. They've got control of the football. They also have the lead as we start the 4th. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. And they go the wrong way. On this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Kenny Vaccaro. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
Yeah, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept the pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got Bioski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
61, matchbox, light.
58, boys, 58, 58, Mike. Hey, watch the slant. Pick the edge, pick the edge.
Look, squeeze.
Hey, check 24, watch 24.
Off play action, Tannehill. And now he lost the football. Tannehill loses it.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
From the gun on third down, Tannehill. He finds Humphreys. And they work this well upfield across the 45. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10.
45. Mike, 45. Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Off the field. Let's get off the field.
A shotgun handoff to Henry. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. Now a timeout being called as there's an injured Titan down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Slam.
6-6, bullet high. Ready.
A 2nd down run with Lewis. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
At the 36-yard line.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10.
Wide, get wide.
Blue draw quarters.
They'll stay with Lewis here on 1st down. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, Alpha. Yep.
I got him. On me. 45's the mic.
Stay with your man. Snap.
They'll try the air now with Tannehill. This one caught by Davis. And some room to work. Touchdown, Titans. 3 touchdown passes now for Ryan Tannehill. And the Titans are going to retake the lead. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
Extra point put through by Succop, and that gives them a 3-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. He was looking for his running back, Nyheim Hines, and that'll bring up second down. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it, when you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
That's caught inside the 20. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. T.Y. Hilton with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Colts are once again going to retake the lead. Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
Hey, Delta, go.
58 for Mike. No chance.
Hey, just get it.
Now it's Tannehill. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. And the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Now Tannehill. And that's intercepted. It's Darius Leonard, the 2018 Defensive Rookie of the Year. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
But this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Now a signal and a timeout here on the defensive side of the ball. So they want to stop it with 1 second to go prior to the 2-minute warning. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. This is Hines. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Nyheim Hines, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Colts use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Vinatieri connecting on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
Now this one complete to Corey Davis. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Tannehill on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So look at this. They'll go for a field goal now to get within a score. This to get it back to a one-score game. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and that'll make this an 8-point game. So we're back to a one-score game, and now you figure we'll likely see an onside kick.
Yeah, they've only got the one timeout remaining, so I think they've got to take a chance at getting the ball back.
So still a little over 40 seconds to go. Time enough to put a drive together if they can get this onside kick. And the Colts are going to recover the football. And that should be enough to get them home. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. One final kneel down here, and that should just about do it.
Well, Brandon, they're getting to 2-0, and this time they're able to take a knee at the end and secure the victory.
Preseason, coach said their goal, they obviously want to win everything. He said, I think we can get off to a 3-0 start. Well, here they are, looking at 2-0 right now. First down marker at the 31. It's third down. So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory, and it was a game where they were off and running in the first quarter, Charles, and never looked back.
You know, partner, after a while, we always say the same thing, don't we? They set the tone early, right? They started fast. So I asked a few of my horse racing friends, do you have a term for me that we can use to cover that? And they said, yeah. When a horse breaks out like that, you say he caught a flyer out of the gate. And that's exactly what this team did today. I mean, they jumped out there, jumped on them, and were never headed. So for Indianapolis, it's a dream start. 2 wins in 2 early road games.